Hey everyone, Luke here. Just shooting a video out here on my porch. Got the tower garden. Hopefully it'll turn on here in it's on a 15-minute on, 15-minute off timer. So maybe during the course of this video it'll turn on and provide a nice ambiance here on my porch. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys should check it out. Just go to towergarden.com. Got some cilantro going. Got some mint. It's not really, in my opinion, really good for producing a lot of bulk, like fruits and vegetables. But it's good for like things like cilantro, like dill, like herbs and spices. We got some flowers going on, just to have flowers. We got some chives, some green onions. Then we got some parsnip. We got some oregano going on. If you have more space, you can grow bigger things. Like we have a couple bell pepper plants on this one and some tomatoes. You can do things like squash and bell peppers, but you need more space because it actually will grow out. It would actually cover this porch. The squash would literally, the vines would actually attach themselves to the porch, and you know they would cover the whole thing. Which could, I mean, if you don't really mind that, but yeah. So you can actually grow quite a bit of food on these things if you have a lot of room. But here on my porch, we're doing mostly herbs and spices and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really cool. It's easy. It's a nice project. You know, we did it this weekend with, you know, me and my partner Sarah and her daughter Ivy. It was a good like family project. You know, she got to do some planting. You know, the little girl got to do get her hands dirty a little bit. You know what I mean? But anyways, what I really wanted to make this video about was so I'm wanting to do an ebook / video course on the pushing down exercise, on the meditation. Partially because I know this is probably the most difficult thing for a lot of people in the program, including practitioners, to wrap their minds around and to implement the pushing down exercise. Just because it's the most esoteric, right? You know, most people, it's pretty binary, right? Eat more cooked vegetables, take some mineral supplements, sleep more, drink high quality water. You know, these more physical things, you know, they're easier for people to understand, which is understandable, of course, right? But so I was really wanting to hone in on that and, you know, make a course to help people with the pushing down exercise. I think it'll be 2 parts. I think it'll be an ebook, right, and then a video course, and you'll be able to either buy them together or buy them separately. So I could see a situation where it's like an ebook, you know, it's like $10 to $15 for just a simple ebook, and then maybe like, I don't know, somewhere in like the $50 range for the video course. But the video course would be very well done, pretty professional, and really do a deep dive, and that'll include maybe like a guided meditation similar to what Larry offers on his website, maybe my own version of that. So I wanted to reach out to you guys in this video and ask what you would want in an ebook / video course on the meditation exercise. So what are your main questions on the pushing down exercise? You know, what sort of roadblocks are you guys encountering? You know, is it hard to start? Is it hard to find time for it? Are you having trouble with the visualizations? Oh, here it goes. You can hear it running now. Hear that? You know, anything that, you know, you're having trouble with, right? Are you having trouble, you know, is it bringing up a lot of trauma? You know, anything that you're having trouble with. In my opinion, or what I should say in my experience, the biggest problem, it's just the beginning of the pushing down exercise, is people understand what they're trying to accomplish, right? You know, most people, if you get the hang of it, right, once you get the knack of it, you can do it, right? And the hardest part is the beginning, obviously. So I'll probably focus most of it on just trying to get people's minds around it, making them open to it, and then really saying how to get started, right? In my opinion, it is best to get started while you do coffee enemas, just because the coffee enemas, as strange as it sounds, it is easier to do the pushing down exercise while you do coffee enemas. It even makes it easier too if you're actually doing a coffee implant at the same time. So for women, this is where you're putting coffee in the vagina. As strange as that sounds, Well, I used to think it sounded strange, right? Then I realized that I was telling people to put coffee in their butts anyway, doing a coffee enema. So if you're already putting coffee in your butt, I guess putting some coffee into your vagina isn't that strange either, right? But that actually helps women pull down energy more than even the coffee enema. And so just coffee in general in that area of the body does help people do it. And it just it takes practice, and you have to really hone in on it, right? It's like in the beginning, if you go to the gym and you're lifting weights, right, it takes a while to really, you know, if you're a natural weightlifter, it takes a while to get, you know, for most people to get really good results, right, to gain a lot of muscle or strength or whatever. And it's true with anything in life. But I would argue the pushing down exercise is the most important aspect of life. It's the most important technique, right? So, like, you can learn all sorts of techniques, right? Like stretching, or I don't know, like breathing exercises, or I think it's the most important thing you can practice, really, because it makes you better at everything in a way, and it makes you healthier. It builds your health and your intuition in ways that nothing else will, in my opinion. So, just really want to emphasize, you know, how important it is and how to get started with it. So yeah, leave me your comments down below. Maybe I'll even do a Q&A based off of some of your concerns about the pushing down exercise. Because I feel like that's one thing I can really share, because a lot of the practitioners, in my experience, don't make enough of an emphasis of it. So a lot of their clients have never heard of it, and a lot of people don't try it because they're scared of it, or they might have dogma. They might be fundamentalist Christians, so they like think all meditations are like, you know, kind of woo-woo, and not like there might be satanic, or, you know, something like that. And I was very lucky. You know, some people, you have to realize, can do it pretty powerfully right away, and I was very lucky. Literally the first time I tried it, I could feel the energy very powerfully, and like my legs were shaking, and I knew right away that how powerful it was, because I could do it. So I was lucky, okay? And so I just wanted to find a way to share that with people. And also I feel like where we are at now, meditation is becoming more of a thing, right? Especially as, you know, people have more leisure time in Western societies. You know, as quality of life improves and stuff like that, people are looking for ways to stay healthy and to, you know, it's amazing. We live in a society where we have all these things, but we're still the sickest we've ever been. We're unhappy. Our minds are racing. And so people are looking for ways to calm their minds and improve the quality of their mind, right? It's like, we have all these things for our body, for ourselves, right? We have smartphones, and we can watch anything on Netflix, or, you know, it's like, in my opinion, life is much easier. I think it doesn't seem like life is easier than it's ever been, because the bodies are sick. But once you reach a certain amount of health, you realize life on Earth is still the easiest it's ever been, right? Especially here in America. The problem is that people are thinking too much, and they're too up in their heads, and they're worrying about things that have no actual relevance to their lives, and so they're constantly worried. I see this a lot. I see it in especially like middle-aged people, like middle-aged housewives. I see it a lot, where they stay at home because their husband works and they have plenty of money, and they're literally just worried and stressed about nothing all the time. About, like, maybe the kitchen is not perfect, or you know, the house isn't clean enough, or they're worried about, like, drama with the family, or just about things that they should not be worried about. Like, their lives are perfectly, I see people all the time, especially here in America, like, their lives are perfectly fine. They have plenty of money, they have a nice house, and like, but they're constantly worried and sick, and, you know, they're constipated. You can see it in their auras, the constipation. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of, it's sad, because it's like, that's the key element, right? If you can have it, you can have it both ways, right? You can have the comforts of Western society and everything, and you can have a healthy body, like your body is meant to function. And if you have it both ways, then you're set. You know, you're set. But yeah, the minds today, they race over, you know, basically nothing, okay? Over these sort of little things that they're trivial. You know, they're very trivial. And so if you can master the pushing down exercise, and you can become aware that you're stressed over nothing, you know, it helps eliminate the stress. Because awareness, you know, awareness is an act of healing in of itself, right? So people are sick because they're not aware they're sick, right? You're stressed out because you're not aware of how you react to stressful situations, or how you're overreacting to unstressful situations, right? You know, if you're, like, we go back to that example, like, you're stressing over, like, your kitchen's not perfect. Well, you're partially stressing over the fact that your kitchen's not perfect because you're unaware that how you're overreacting, right? So if you can do the pushing down exercise and become aware of yourself, you become aware that the kitchen, that you become aware that you're overreacting, right? And then, and you can, you know, you can clean or something like that without being stressed about it, right? I'm actually experiencing this somewhat with my partner Sarah. She might watch this video actually, but that's okay. You know, if she watches this video, it's fine. Is that you know, she's getting better about it too, because she makes an effort, and we do the pushing down exercise together. You know, we're growing together. But you know, she'll find herself getting overly stressed about, like, the dirty apartment. Like, we live here in it's a pretty nice apartment, and she'd find herself getting overly stressed because the apartment's a mess. But you realize that if you're not stressed about it, you know, cleaning the apartment doesn't take very long, right? Even if there's some dirty dishes and needs to be vacuumed, that's maybe like, what, 20-25 minutes, and you can do it in a calmly manner, right? You can be like, oh, without getting stressed about it, right? You're like, oh, you know, I kind of need to clean the apartment, and you do it, and you're not stressed out about it. You just do it, but you're not attached to how dirty it is, because you realize it's not that big of a deal, right? So I think sometimes people make too big of a deal out of things that in reality aren't that big of a deal, right? And that's true with most things in life. But, you know, I think I'll probably wrap this video up now. But yeah, leave your comments down below. I want to know what you guys think about. I want to know what you want me to include in the ebook / video course for the pushing down exercise. You know, what are the roadblocks? What helped you do it? So some of you that are watching this, you probably weren't good at it in the beginning. You got better at it. I want to know what helped you guys get better at it. What helped you implement it more in your life. Some of the benefits you guys saw. And then, yeah, some of the other aspects, like, you know, roadblocks and ways that I can teach people that are beginners, especially, because I do want to market it to people that aren't necessarily on the program. You know, people on the program like me or you, the people that watch this, are probably, most of them are more familiar with the program, Nutritional Balancing. But I also want to market it to people because it's important to realize that you don't have to be on a nutritional balancing program to benefit from the meditation, right? So I can market it to people, and it'll help everyone. You know, you don't have to be on a nutritional balancing program to experience the effects of the meditation, right? So, you know, I do want to market it to the masses. So yeah, let me know, and then maybe I'll do a Q&A on some of them, and then yeah, and then I'll implement some of the things that you guys mentioned in the comments. Or you can also email me. Email me, luke@deephealingspace.com. Some of your testimonials with the meditation, your roadblocks, what helped you learn it, what you struggled with. You know, do all that. Email me, luke@deephealingspace.com, and I'll take all that information and I'll put it into a folder on my computer. And also comment down below if you want. Although, honestly, probably emailing me would be better, because that way I'll have a way to index it and then take the text and put it in a folder, and then I'll have a way to come back to it when I make the project. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are doing well. Weather's spring, it's full-on spring out here in Northern California. Lovely, lovely day. Just want to mention that if you're into the more investing business stuff, I've moved that over to the Luke Pryor YouTube channel. Where I do talk about cryptocurrencies and investing and stuff like that. I have decided to split the two. So this channel is just me and Lewis talking about nutritional balancing and the development science, okay, and the meditation, etc. And then that personal brand YouTube channel is more of the business and investing and stuff like that, where I teach people more about money, especially in, like, what I'm investing in and stuff like that. But they are separate. If you want to check out that stuff, go check out the other YouTube channel. I'll probably put the other YouTube channel, I don't know if it already is, it'll be in the, you know, there's like a, on YouTube, there's like a recommended channels on the right hand side on the desktop, where it's like, if you're watching this channel, it'll have recommendations that I recommend that are similar to mine, I'll put my personal brand one there, and that's, you know, a separate thing. But yeah, it's nice talking to you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful Monday, and yeah, keep pushing through and keep doing your meditation. All right, bye guys.